I've said it, and I'm going to keep saying it. Your internet security is nothing to be taken lightly. So NerdAlert and NordVPN are back together again to give you 77% off military-grade VPN services. And it's the only VPN that got a perfect score from PC Mag. Just go to nordvpn.com/NerdAlert or just use code NerdAlert to save 77% today. Welcome to NerdAlert. I said it right that time, implying a take that you didn't see. I ruined everything because I'm Dormammu.
And I have come to bargain. That is true. Yeah, we've established that you are the Dormammu of our fellowship. Yes, definitely.
Yes, that does hint to our first story. But before we get into that, I want to reintroduce B. Dave Walters. He is the DM for Theogony of Kairos. I can't do it right.
Theogony.
Theogony of Kairos.
But Theogony?
Theogony.
It's legit. It's fine. It's
you
fine.
know what?
Let's get it trending. I'm with it.
Sometimes you just read things and don't know how they're pronounced.
I support you in this and in everything. Yes, and thank you for having me back again.
Once again
moments after.
in the same
it's true.
outfit.
But time is a flat circle. Again, back to the first story. We're in a loop. We're in a loop saying words.
Doctor Strange is up to. It's not really clear in Avengers Infinity War, but maybe we're getting closer to figuring it out because, as you know, he did pledge his undying loyalty to the Time Stone, then gave it away.
Spoiler alert.
He saw into the future,
Yep.
but that's true, heavy spoiler alerts. He saw into the future and yet he let the events transpire as they did.
Yeah, one of the saddest things that I saw right after Infinity War was somebody had added up something insane that like Doctor Strange had essentially spent 1 million years watching the world be destroyed.
Sure.
It was like every 14 million times that he'd seen it, it was like assuming that he'd watched for like 10 minutes or something. I'm getting the math all wrong.
I'm assuming his head is absorbing things in a way that is outside of time.
Yes, and apparently very strange.
But the question begs, what was he doing? Why did he allow Peter Quill to essentially ruin everything and attack Thanos?
Yeah, that this was the one best way, and I think it was true that Tony Stark has to lose so much and be so basically beaten down to like absolutely nothing that Tony's gonna figure out the solution, and I do think it is gonna involve Ant-Man. Obviously, it's gonna involve all of them.
Okay, let's get into this.
Yeah, let's dive in.
The way he looks at Tony after that implies something terribly costly is going to happen to Tony, and that he is key for this to happen. I mean, they were being dicks to each other before then, but then he changed his mind about face. It seems like he let Peter Quill do that to show a lesson, perhaps, to Tony, like don't let your emotions get a hold of you, or you can't beat him with force, you have to do something else.
I do think Thanos believing that they were beaten was vital also.
And he needed to know that he killed Gamora for the Soul Stone.
Yes.
Maybe he has to do something similar.
I will say, but see, I don't actually believe that part of it because I think like people are implying that like maybe Tony's gonna have to like sacrifice Pepper or someone special to him, but it's not that. At least my interpretation of the way the movie's projecting the Infinity Gems is not this essentially vending machine where you just keep dumping in loved ones and soul stones keep popping out.
Why
like
not?
There's a soul stone and Thanos has it, you know? Like I don't.
Okay, we'll see the nature of the Soul Stone in a year.
Right, I suppose we will. You know, I think personally, again, this isn't a spoiler, this is just me fan theorizing.
This is another theory, which I love. I love harebrained theories.
I just think that, it's gonna be it's gonna come down to Captain America and Iron Man, and the two of them are gonna have to sacrifice themselves to save everybody else. And the way the story gets set up and whatever, MacGuffins necessary to like make that happen are kind of secondary to me. I just think that it's clear, yes, that Thanos getting the gauntlet, Thanos doing what he did, and the people who lived and how they lived is vital. The fact that Thor got the hammer is vital. I do think that was.
Well, we thought that Doctor Strange was waiting for Thor to arrive.
Yes.
Maybe he was waiting for Scott to get stuck in the quantum realm.
I mean, maybe. I think it's gonna be a butterfly effect. I think it's just so like it was that exact second and this exact second and that exact second, and that Peter Quill freaks out at this moment and not 30 seconds before or after. I think honestly, I think at the end of the day, what's gonna happen is they're not just gonna bring all those people back. I think they're gonna reset time all the way back to when he goes and attacks Xanthar to get the first stone, because otherwise he'll still have killed thousands of people, no matter what. So they need to bring it back a little further than that.
It has to at least be pre-snap.
Yes.
You could lose the few people who died before the snap.
I suppose so. I will be personally injured if the Asgardians are dead. If Loki and Heimdall really died like that, I will be personally wounded.
He spent all of Thor 3 saving his people, and this is how it ended?
Yeah, for nothing.
The lesson of that was, oh, it's the people who are the place. Right. And then it's like, okay, well, now the place is gone.
And Odin being like, check out Norway. Norway's pretty cool, and here's the literal fragments of Mjolnir laying on the ground right here. And then no, because reasons, you know. If that is what it turns out to be, I think that'll be very sloppy storytelling. I've come to expect more.
My theory is it's a little bit sideways of this. I think Captain America is going to get sent back to the 40s and live his natural life with Peggy.
That would be nice, but I'm wary of too much of a butterfly effect, because some people are like, oh, they'll go all the way back to New York, but you'll undo so much.
You mean New York as in Avengers 1?
The Battle of New York, yeah. I don't think they'll go back that far, because it unravels all of their own movies. I think right at the beginning of Infinity War, basically just after the events of Thor 3, is kind of the sweet spot of where they can go and change things in a fulfilling way that won't just mess up everything. And it'll be funny if Ant-Man is pivotal to this.
I think it would be fun to mess up everything.
Thank you, Dormammu. There it was.
Maybe I have a more chaotic personality than you.
There it is, and I still continue to bargain. That's all I have to say.
Why be lawful? Want to see more videos like this? Subscribe to the NerdAlert channel below, and don't forget to become a TYT member. Get access for as little as $4.99 a month. Download the TYT Plus app on your phone, or head over to tyt.com/join today.